Hello and welcome back to Burn by Tash. I am Tash and today we have a full body Pilates sculpt session. So I will be using a Pilates ball, a small one, and I will be using 3 kg hand weights. Now, if you don't have a ball, that is okay. You can maybe use a yoga block. And if you don't have either, you can maybe just grab a pillow. Okay, because we're going to be using this bad boy between the legs and even under our feet, okay? So it's just there to challenge you. Now for the hand weight, if you have lighter, that is perfect. I just wouldn't recommend you go heavier, okay? So 3 kgs and below. And again, if you don't have any equipment, that is fine. Do this equipment free and it will still be effective. So today's class is perfect for moderate to advanced movers. And the reason why is because we will not be getting into the foundations of Pilates. So if you're a complete beginner, this class is not for you. Okay, so not to scare you away, we are definitely going to get into the good bits. So you can expect to be working into your glutes, into your abdominals, into your deep core. We're going to be working biceps. Trust me, your entire body is going to love you for this. So when you are ready, meet me on your back, on your mat. Grab the ball or the yoga block or the pillow and let's place it just above the knees. So it's between your thighs. Good. I don't want it all the way up to the pelvis and I don't want it between the knees. It needs to be just above. Good. We're going to come to lie onto our backs. Now, I want that hand weight to be in arm's reach, so don't let it be too far away. We're not going to need it for the warm-up. We are definitely going to need it straight after. Okay, let's bring our arms out to a T. Your feet are flat onto the mat. You've got that ball between just above the knees. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to drop both of the knees down to the right. Allow that left foot to just come off of the floor. You can even connect your feet together when your knees have fallen down to the right side. Good. Now press that left shoulder into the mat. Inhale, we come to center. And exhale, we drop the knees down to the left. Good. Now press the right shoulder into the mat. Wonderful. So I don't want the shoulders to lift off of the mat. And just relax your tummy here. Very rare case in Pilates. Good. Now I want you to focus on your breathing from the start. So even in the stretch or in this a bit of mobility, I want you to be inhaling through the nose and exhaling on the effort. Good. So you really got to get into a good rhythm of doing so, because breath in Pilates is what helps you. We don't just do it for funsies. Okay, we got one more here. Good job. And then I want you to come to center with the knees. Good. Just allow the feet to be flat onto the mat. The hands are going to go to either side of you. Palms are on the floor. We inhale there. On the exhale, I want you to tuck your pelvis under. You're going to melt your entire spine. You're going to slowly start to peel your lower vertebrae off of the mat first. Then your middle vertebrae, and then your upper vertebrae is going to come off of the mat last. Beautiful. At the top, I want you to inhale there. Squeeze your glutes. And on the exhale, I want you to start to paste your upper spine onto the mat first, then your middle spine, and then your lower spine, and then your glutes are going to tap. Beautiful job. Now I want you to move your hips forward. So I want to create this big arch underneath the lower spine. Nice. And then you're moving your hips back towards your chest, posterior tilt. And we're starting to lift each vertebrae off of the mat, lifting the hips up. Good. So this is called spine articulation, in case you did not know, and it's so healthy for the spine. I love doing articulation in every single one of my classes. Nice. As we get older, we really need to start to focus more on moving into the spine and really utilizing the spine as best as we can. Articulation is one of the best ways here. Nice flexion and extension of it. So you want to kind of think of your spine as a wave crashing along the shore, or perhaps a pencil is attached to each vertebrae and it's drawing the same line over and over again on the mat and when you lift the spine. Good. Last one here, we are going to lift the hips up for me and you're going to hold. Good. Now dig the heels into the mat. I want you to feel your glutes start to engage. Nice. Can you start to squeeze into the ball just a little bit and then just release? Squeeze. and release. You're going to feel inner thighs start to wake up. Squeeze for me and release. Good. We're going 3 more. Now I want the belly button to come in towards the spine here. So no relaxing. Good job. And your ribs are not flaring out. I want you to move them in and down towards the hips. So we call them soft ribs. Oh my gosh, my inner thighs. Last one here, squeeze into the ball, hold there. Keep the hips where they are. Can you grab your weight for me? Place the weight into each hand, okay? And then lift the weight up in line with your shoulders. Really good. Now we're going to hinge at the hips, so we're not going to articulate through the spine. We're going to tap the top of the glutes. We're going to bend the arms. At the same time, we're going to lift. Good. So like a chest press. You tap the top of your glutes. You send them back up. Good. Hinge at your hips and lift. So it's a bit like a wood chop. You want a wood chop at your hips. You send your glutes down and then you lift. Beautiful. I want the elbows to really brush your rib cage as they come down, and I want you to make sure that that weight is coming to the chest, not the stomach. So just be aware, I don't want that weight to move down to the tummy. Ooh, we're going 3. Now you've got a bit of tension on the ball. It's nothing too intense, but it's just to keep those inner thighs engaged and to help engage into our lower abdominals, because the inner thighs and the abdominals are connected through the pelvis. Beautiful job. Making sure you're using control here. No flinging of the hips. I see that all the time. We're going 1 more here. You lift it up. You hold it for me. Nice. We're going to start to move to skull crushes. Elbows stay where they are. Hands come behind the head. Lift. Let's get to the back of the arms now. Hands come behind the head and lift. Can we start to give me a heel raise on the right foot as the hands come behind? You lower it down. Arms go back. And let's alternate. Good. Can you lift your hips just a little bit higher? Can you squeeze into the ball just a little bit more? Nice. If you're feeling super juicy, maybe you give me double heel raises. The hands come behind the head and then lower. Good. Behind the head and lower. I want those elbows to stay tucked in. The hands are just coming behind the head. The elbows are not moving. We're going 2. Good job. We're going 1 more here. You're keeping your heels lifted and we're just doing skull crushes. Let's go 4. Let's go 3, 2. Ooh. Last one. Can you keep your arms up in line with your shoulders? Hold it there. Now if the weight becomes too much, drop it to the side and place your hands onto the mat. Nice. Let's start to squeeze into our ball a little bit more. Squeeze into the ball a little bit more. I know. We're going 5. We can do this. 4, 3. Relax head, neck and shoulders. 2. Last one here. Let's squeeze into the ball and let's start to pulse our beautiful glutes up to the ceiling for 5. We're going 4. I am doing this with you. I feel your pain. 3, 2. Last one. Beautiful. And drop the heels and lower the glutes down. Oh, do not drop the weight. Keep it in the hands. Oh, if you need to remove the ball, maybe take a bit of a breather. Hug the knees in towards the chest. You can. Otherwise, we're going to move straight to the next exercise. So abdominals, here we come. I want you to lift the weights up in line with your shoulders for me. The feet are flat on the mat. We're going to start to lift head, neck and shoulders. Nice. And as we do so, we're melting the entire spine. We're going to start to lift the upper spine off of the mat first. Then your middle, then your lower. We lift, 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 lift. Allow that C curve to remain until you come all the way to the top. Nice, you lift your chin, you sit up tall. Beautiful. And you can start to C curve. Let's tuck the chin into the chest here. Let's start to roll it down by each vertebrae like we did when we were doing those glute bridges. But now we're going to do roll-ups. Beautiful. And then hands come to the shoulders. They do not go past. Inhale there, exhale. Let's start to lift head, neck and shoulders for me. Chin says tucked into the chest. Your belly's going in and you're using your core to lift you all the way up. Do not use momentum. You will be cheating yourself. Good. Really round here. Good job. If the weights become too much, drop them to the side and bring your hands behind your thighs or behind your knees, and that should help you a bit. So find those modifications. It's okay to find them. You gotta listen to your body. That's super important in Pilates. Nice. Now you've got a gentle squeeze of the ball, but nothing too intense. On this next one, you're going to roll it all the way up for me, and I want you to hold it there. Ooh, good. So sit up tall for me, hold. Now we're going to C-curve. You're going to roll, and we're going to roll halfway. Good, tuck your pelvis on there, roll halfway, and then slowly lift it all the way up. Sit up tall, lift your chin, next in line with spine. Let's go again. Tuck your chin into your chest. Tuck your pelvis under, start to roll it down. Belly's going in towards your spine. You should almost taste your abdominals. You come halfway down the mat, so just almost like you're on your lower spine here, and then you lifting it all the way back up. Good. Hands are remaining in line with your shoulders. Do not let them drop lower. If you need to bring the weight to your chest, you can. And remember that modification of bringing the hands behind the knees. Good. Now I want those feet to stay flat on the mat. Please don't let them lift. Last one here. We're going to come halfway for me. Hold it there. Roll your shoulders back. Don't let them creep up to your ears. Let's get into those juicy obliques. We're going to bring the weights to the right side. Your right hand's going to go down. Your left hand will be on top. You're going to come back to center. We're staying in C-curve. We then come to the left. Nice. You come back to center. Now your hip stability here is really important. So when we're coming to the left, I don't want your right hip to lift. And when we come to the right, I don't want the left hip to lift. Good. So you want to imagine that I've placed a cup of water on your hips. And when you are twisting from side to side, that cup of water is remaining completely still. So there's no spillage whatsoever. Good. We're going 3. We're going 2. Nice, you're looking good. Last one is start to add. So if you're feeling good and you want to spice it up, can you start to extend your left leg as we come to the right? Good. You lower that foot down, you bring the weight to the center, and then we twist to the left, we extend our right leg. Good. You come back to center. Oh my goodness. Really waking up those obliques a little bit more as if they weren't awake already. We're going 3. You're going to remember that breath. We started with it at the start, so you need to have carried it with you for the whole class. Good. Last one here. Drop your foot down for me. Bring the weights to the center. You're going to give me a little lift, a little lower, a little lift, a little lower. Nice. We're going 5. Abdominal work's going to end soon. 3. Relax your shoulders for me. Good. Your belly's lifting and it's lowering. You're just doing a little pulse up and down. It's the core that's pulsing you up and down. For 2. Last one here. Beautiful. Come all the way up for me. Cross your feet. Lift up. Grab that ball between the knees. Good job. We're going to place that ball underneath the right foot. You're going to place your right heel onto the ball, and you're going to place your right toes onto the mat. Good. Now, if you have a really hard ball, this is going to seem really challenging. Now, if you have that yoga block, pop that yoga block underneath your heels sideways. And if you have that pillow, pop the pillow underneath. Okay, it's still going to elevate the heel. Otherwise, if you've got nothing, don't worry. We're going to take the weight and we're going to place it in the right hand. Nice. We're going to place the left hand onto the hip. Make sure your hips are pointing forward. Now, really rely on the ball with that heel on the right side. We're going to step the left leg behind us. You're going to hold. So you've got this staggered position. Now, just whatever you do, do not allow your feet to be too far away from each other because you will lose your balance. Roll shoulders back for me. Let's start to bend the back knee. We come to that 90 lunge. We lift it up. Good. Now we're going to move slowly through this because the ball is going to create some instability, which is going to challenge us even more. If you need to maybe hold onto a surface, you can maybe pull a chair, hold onto a chair with your left hand. Good. We're going 3 more. Ooh. Let's go 2 more here. Last one, we're going to start to add in a bicep curl. So it's like a hammer curl. You're going to come down, you hold, and I want you to give me 2 hammer curls. Hand comes to shoulder, extend. Hand comes to shoulder, extend, lift it up. Good. So hammer curls are really good if you have wrist issues. You come down, you give me 1, you give me 2, You extend it back up. Nice. Ooh, do not lose your balance like me. Really good job. So that ball's also going to keep that right leg switched on the entire time. You're going to start to feel your quad wake up. And if you find you're really struggling with the ball, get rid of it and just place that foot flat onto the mat. Nice. Let's go 2 more here. Last one. Oh my goodness. On this next one, you're going to come down. You're going to give me those 2 bicep curls, and then you're going to hold in this lunge position. Good. You're going to extend your back leg. You shift all the way to the front. You come back to that 90 lunge. You lift it back up. You repeat. Let's come down to 90 lunge. Let's hold. Let's give me 1. Let's give me 2 biceps. Let's extend that back leg. Good. So you've got almost no weight in the back leg. And then you lift it up. Ooh, let's give me 2 more. I'm getting the shakes. Ooh. We're only here for 2 more. Yes, we can. We can do hard things. Let's prove to ourselves that we can. This is 2026 energy, baby. This is your last one. You're giving me 1. You give me 2. We're going to move straight to tippy bird, and then we're going to come back to the lunge. Good, let's go. Tippy bird, and let's go back to lunge. Oh my gosh, juicy. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Last one here, let's hold it. Hold tippy bird for me. Can you give me a side raise? With that right arm, you're going to lower. You got 4. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Last one here. Nice. Come back to that 90 lunge. Give me pulses for 3. Let's go 2. And last one, step it forward. Oh my gosh. Remove your ball. Give that leg a good shake out. I could feel that lactic acid build up. Ooh, and you're going to stay exactly where you are, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to face you. So we're going to place the ball between our thighs. Your feet are hip width apart. Good. We're going to take the weight into each hand. Ooh, roll your shoulders back, bring the weight to the chest. Nice. We're going to move straight to squats. We're going to come back up and squeeze. Nice. Squats, sit that bum back on that imaginary chair. And come all the way back up. Nice. Now I apologize for my breathing. Woo. Wow. The ball under the heel is absolutely no joke. Good. Now when you are coming to the squat position, just be aware your knees are not shooting forward. I want your bum behind you. Good. So the bum goes behind the heels. Your belly button's going in to protect your lower spine. Do not dump or arch. If you need to maybe have a little tuck of your pelvis, you can. Ooh. We're going 3 more. Now feel your glutes really press into your tights or into your shorts. And your chest is open, your chest is proud. Don't round into your shoulders. Last one here, we're going to start to add in our arms. Let's come back down into the squat, let's hold. Let's extend our arms out, let's bend them back in, let's lift it up. Good, send the glutes behind you, extend your arms out, bring it in, lift it up. You are looking good. Ooh, yes you can. Very nice. Now when your arms are going out in front of you, just be aware you're not leaning back. You're not moving the body as you bring those arms out in front. Shoulders are not creeping up to ears. Good. I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm here to remind you, don't worry. Maybe you're digging your heels into the ground. Nice, we're going 1 more. On this next one, when you extend your arms out, you hold, you keep them extended, you lower them down, lift, good. So now we're moving straight to front raise as we come to squat. So we lift, we lower, we lift, we lower. Really good. So the arms go out in front, and the bum goes back behind you. Now it's really easy to tense into the shoulders here. So you've got to be mindful of those bad boys. They're always carrying the tension. We're going 2 more. Nice. You're going 1 more here. Nice. On this next one, you hold it down for me. Arms can be up in line with shoulders, or you can drop the weight, bring the hands to the hips. We're going to start to squeeze into the ball release. Squeeze into the ball release. Good. Look at me. Smile. Be happy. You're going 3. You're already halfway through your workout. You're going 2. Last one here. And let's start to squeeze into the ball. You hold that squeeze and we're pulsing glutes up and down. If you need to bring the weight to your chest, you do that. Good, otherwise keep it on the front for 3, for 2, and last one. Let's lift it all the way up. Ooh, good. Grab your ball. We're gonna move straight to the other side with those legs. So you're still at the front of your mat. You're taking your ball now, you're placing it underneath your left heel and your beautiful left toes are on the mat. So you're wearing the ball like a high heel. Nice. Now I'm actually going to turn around so you can see this side of me. Otherwise you stay where you are. Okay, hips are pointing forward. We're now stepping the right leg behind us. Good. And let's go straight to it. So right hand to hip, let's go down to 90 lunge and then lift it up. Ooh, down to 90 lunge and lift it up. Very nice. Now maybe you find you are a lot wobblier on the side that you were in the other. Normal. Remember, if you didn't have that ball and you wanted to use a yoga block, the yoga block would go sideways underneath your heel, or you use your pillow. And if you've got nothing, don't worry, that foot's flat onto the mat. Now you're gonna add those bicep curls. Let's go down for me. You're gonna give me 2 bicep curls. So we go 1, let's go 2. Nice, lift it up for me. You're going to move slowly through this. You'll have better concentration. Your stability is better. You have better control. Really good work. And if you need to use something to hold on to, do so. Grab a chair. Hold on to it with your right hand. Find what works for you, okay? Remember, quality over quantity here. I'm not phased about how many reps you can do. I'm looking at your form. Your form is everything in Pilates, and especially in my classes. Good, hammer curling. Really feel that bicep engage before you even lift that hand. Ooh, and if you're feeling it in your right leg, that's okay. It's because we've just worked that muscle, so it's fatigued. We're going last one here. Nice. Give me 2 hammer curls and then hold that arm long. We're going to start to place all the weight into this front leg. You've got no weight on the back, so tippy bird. We come back to center. We lift it up. We go down, 90 lunge. You give me 2 hammer curls. Your belly is in towards your spine, so really keep that gentle engagement there. You come to tippy bird. You come back to center. You lift. Let's go 3. Ooh. Let's go 2 more. I'm getting the shakes. Good, we got 1 more after this. Last one here. When you come to the tippy bird, we keep it in the tippy bird. You hold it there. We come back, 90 lunge. We go back, tippy bird. Back to 90 lunge. Back to tippy bird. Last one here, come to tippy bird, hold it for me. You're gonna give me a side raise with the left arm. We're going to lower it back down. Woo. I'm losing my balance. Tippy bird with a side raise. 2 more. I don't know if you can see my legs shaking, but they are. Woo. Last one here. Good, come back to center for me. And we're gonna pulse it up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Oh my gosh. You're probably thinking, what was that, Tash? Honestly, I'm thinking the same thing. Let's just shake the legs out for a quick little second. Feels like the blood is on fire in our legs. It's called lactic acid buildup. Let's shake it out. Nice. Drop your weight to the side. You're going to grab your ball for me. Let's place it between the knees. You're still at the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart. We inhale. Let's reach our fingertips up. Exhale. Hands come down to your side. You chuck your chest in. You start to roll it down by each vertebrae. Micro bend in your knees. Hands are going to meet the mat. You hold it there. Good. Now see if you can jump it back. If you can't, slowly walk your feet back Keep your hands where they are, or you jump it back, you come to high plank. Good. Hands are underneath your shoulders. You hold. Now, if it's too much in this high plank position, you can always come to your knees, modified plank, or if your wrists really are weak, you can always come down into a forearm plank and hold it in that hand. Forearm plank. Good. We're going 3 more. We're going 2. Now give me a little tug of your pelvis. You feel your core engage a little bit more. Nice, don't drop your neck, so look just above your fingertips. Woo, and last one here. Good job. If you drop your knees, grab your ball, place it in front, open the knees out and sit it back to a little child's pose. Woo, and allow the glutes to really rest onto your heels. Very good job. We're gonna come to side planks. And then come all the way up. I'm gonna come to the right forearm. Now grab your weight, place it in front of you. Now take your right elbow and place it underneath your right shoulder, so you're on your forearm. Now take your ball and place it on just below your bra strap. Okay, so it's on the rib cage. It's at the lowest part of your rib cage. Nice. Now do not lean and relax into the ball. That ball is to remind us to keep lifted and out of that bottom shoulder. Now you're going to grab that weight into the left hand, which will be your top hand. Your legs are bent. Your heels are in line with your glutes. Good. What we're going to do is I want you to make sure that your palm is facing your tummy. We're going to start to give me a row with a lift. You bend, you drop that hand back down. Good. So we're going to start with the arm. So let's row. Let's add a shoulder press. Bend it and drop it down. Really good. So your chest is going to be facing me. We're not rounding in the top shoulder. We don't want the chest to face the ground at all. We want it to face each other. Okay? Really nice. You inhale at the bottom. Exhale. We start to lift it up. We're going to feel the shoulders start to really scream at us. Nice. On this next, we're going to start to add in our leg. So as you lift the weight overhead, can you start to extend that top leg? Good. You bend it in, you lower the weight down. Nice. Lift, hold for me. Good. You're still not sinking into your ball. Now maybe you're feeling super juicy, you want to keep that leg extended, you hold it there. Nice. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Last one here. Can you lift that weight up? Can you hold it there? Good. So can you bend that elbow in? I want you to almost tap your hip and then lift. Nice. Tap that hip and then lift. You're keeping that leg extended. Otherwise, for the modification, you bring it down. You're not sinking into your ball. We're going 3. Let's go 2. Ooh, shoulder. Last one here, lift that weight up and hold. Can you drop that top foot in front? You hold it there. Nice. Now let's see if we can start to lift this bottom hip. And then we slowly tap our hips down, which is going to cause us to give a little tap into the ball. Then you lift and then you lower. Good. If the weight gets too much, drop it down and bring that hand to your hip. Good. We're going 3. Let's go 2. The ball is not moving out of position. You should be tapping that ball in the same position the whole time. Nice. Last one here. Lift it up and hold. If you're feeling super, super strong, maybe you want to bring that back leg behind the front leg. Good. You hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Can you give me tiny pulses up to the ceiling? Let's go 5. Move the weight from your bottom shoulder. Use your core. We are in obliques here. Good job. Last one here. You hold it up for me. Hold. We're going 4. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Last one here. Can we start to bring this top arm underneath the bottom armpit? Now the ball is going to be in the way, so you're going to start to just tap the top of the ball. You're still giving me a bit of a rotation here, and then you're going to lift that arm back up. Good. We're keeping the hips up. You're only here for 4 more. Nice. We're going 3 more. Now, if you want to move the ball, you can, and you can really reach that hand underneath the bottom armpit, keeping the hips pointing to me though. So it's the top half of the body that's twisting. Nice. Last one here. Lift it up for me, hold. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do tiny pulses up. For 4, bottom waist is lifting to the ceiling. For 3, for 2, last one, you drop that weight for me. You turn around, you grab your ball, you come to a forearm plank, you hold, okay? So the ball is in each hand, nice. And you hold. Now to make it harder, you keep your feet together. To make it a little bit easier, you step your feet as wide as each edge of the mat, and you're going to hold it there. Otherwise, come onto your knees for me, lift your toes, and drop your glutes down. Nice, modified plank here. We're going 3, we're going 2, last one here. We're gonna start to pike the hips. Good, I want you to look to your toes, and then you move your hips back down. Head goes between your shoulders, and then you come back. Good, we're going 3. Now you're gonna feel your shoulders scream at you because we have worked into them, so they are tight. We're going 2. Nice. Last one here. Good job. Hold it. Plank 3, 2, and last one. Drop into the knees and switch straight to the left side. Good. Now I'm going to turn around so you can see me straight on. You've got your weight. Left elbow underneath your left shoulder. Grab your ball. Place it just below your bra strap or towards the bottom of your rib cage. Nice. Your legs are bent and your heels are in line with your glutes. Now you gently press into the ball, but nothing too intense because you need to move that shoulder away from the bottom ear. You're going to grab your weight for me. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Last little bit of the class. Okay, I want your palm to face you. That hand that's got the weight. Make sure the palm is facing your tummy. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to start to row and then lift overhead. Good. Lower and then lower the weight all the way back down. So you row and then you lift. Nice. Now try not let that weight move away from the body. We want to try draw the same line over and over again with that weight. Good. Remember, at any point, if your shoulder's already taking a beating, maybe you have a rotator cuff injury, just leave out the lifting of the arm overhead and just give me rows. Good. And then you could even drop the weight and use absolutely no weight. Now, if you don't have any equipment today, you need to be making sure that you are really pressing that bottom ear away from that bottom shoulder and you're lifting your bottom waist. Nice. And you're keeping in that position. The ball is there to remind us. And when you don't have the ball there, your brain has to be on extra. Nice. Now I'm not making sense because I'm tired. On this next one, when you lift up overhead, can you hold? Can you extend your top leg? Good. You bend it back in, you lower your arm down. Good. So let's lift that top leg. Let's hold. Your hips are facing one another. Your foot is at hip height. We're going 3. Maybe you start to lift that leg and you keep it lifted the whole time. Let's go 2. Looking in front of you. Now if your neck starts to take a bit of a beating, just look to your bottom hand. Oh, my shoulder on this right side. Oh, last one here. Can we lift it up? Can we hold? Keep that leg where it is. And you're going to start to bend that elbow in and then you're going to lift it back up. Good. Let's bend that elbow in, tap your top hip and then lift it back up. We're going 3. Let's go 2. Nice. When it comes to side planks, last one is lift that arm up, hold. Can you drop that top leg down onto the mat? Nice. Now we're going to start to lift bottom waist up for me, and I want you to gently tap the ball as you lower your bottom waist back down, and then you lift. Good. And then we lower and then we lift. If you want to take that advancement, can you start to bring that bottom knee behind that top foot? Good. So now your right leg is forward and your left leg is behind it. Nice. You can even stack the feet if that feels comfier for you. I just want your hips to be facing me and your chest. Good. Your weight is still in line with your shoulders. We're going 2. We're gonna start to do those rotations. Last one, you hold it here. Nice. Let's start to bring that top arm underneath the bottom, or you just tap your ball. So your fist will tap the top of the ball, and then you lift it back up. Good. Slow and controlled. Your hips are facing me the entire time. Nice. Now if you want to just press that ball away, and let's start to get deeper underneath, and let's lift it up. Good. We're challenging ourselves a little bit more to end the session, because why not? And because you can, and because you are stronger than you think. Good. Let's lift the bottom waist a little bit higher. You've got 2. Ooh. Last one here. Let's lift it up. Let's hold, and we're gonna go final pulses. Let's go 5. Let's go 4. You've made it this far for 3. Let's go final 2, and last one. Hold 4, 3, 2, and last one. Drop your weight. Turn around and sit back to the most well-deserved child's pose in history. Ooh. Extend your arms forward. Make sure your glutes are connected to your heels. And if you can you drop your forehead down onto the mat? Ooh, well done, everyone. Absolutely killed today. It's crazy what a little 3 kg weight can do. And a ball. It's the same even if you had 1 kg. I promise you that probably felt like 10. Really nice. Keep the hands where they are. We are going to bring that left arm underneath the right armpit. Drop your left ear down onto the mat. Make sure that left palm is facing the ceiling and your glutes are still glued to your heels. Nice. And then you're going to bring that hand back and we move straight to the other side. Right hand underneath your left armpit. Drop that right ear down onto the mat. And then alternate. So really take this to your own pace. You've got 1 more each side. Good. Last one here. Really reach those left fingertips forward as you reach your right fingertips to the side. You might even feel the stretch underneath the left armpit. Good. And then come back to center for me. Start to walk your hands back to your knees. Good. Connect your knees together. Now if it's uncomfortable on the shins, you can always come to a seated position. You're going to bring your right hand onto the floor. We're going to bend into it as we reach our left fingertips up and over. Look under your left armpit to the ceiling. Good, you're going to feel that stretch all along the left side. We're going to cartwheel the arms. And then we're going to bend into the left arm as we reach our right fingertips to the left. And I want you to look underneath your right armpit to the ceiling. Good. Ooh, really good job. Let's go 1 more each side, yeah? Ooh, last one here. Now if you're in a seated position, make sure that your glutes were staying connected to the floor as you reach that arm overhead. Nice, and then come to center. Come onto your bums if you're not on there already. Extend both of your legs out. We're going to bring the right foot over the left knee. You're going to hug your right knee. With your left hand, you're going to bring your right hand behind you. Look behind your right shoulder. Now really squeeze that right knee in towards the chest. You're going to feel your right side glute wake up. And then come back to center. And then undo your leg. And then come straight to the other side. Good. So really stretching out those glutes. Ooh. So now you bring your right arm around your left knee. You bring your left hand behind your shoulder and then you hug that left knee in as you try to look behind your left shoulder. Good. Ooh, we're going 3, 2, last one. Come to center. Cross your feet. Turn to face me if you aren't already. And we're going to do 3 beautiful deep breaths in to end the session. So what a way to end the session, just the way we began, with our breath. We inhale, we reach our fingertips up to the ceiling. You exhale down. Let's repeat. Inhale through the nose, reach your fingertips up. You move your breath laterally into your ribs. You hold it there, out through the mouth. And on this last final deep breath in, we inhale through the nose. We hold that breath for 3, for 2, and a big sigh out through your mouth. Wonderful work. If you absolutely love this class, please like and subscribe. More content is every week and I cannot wait to see you on the mat again. See you there.